ndo Syrian vile Joshua tosha mboga. You know what, keep it real ka unajua mini nani. I mean to you for real, if I'm lying then I'm dying. Bazengo shani bamba hadi na bonga kilami. Ukifika kwa mlango ring the bell niko ndani.
Nataka tuchome kimoja nikupe ghetto la mama. Kwangu uwe namba moja, amini utafuraha. Nataka tuchome kimoja nikupe ghetto la mama. Kwangu uwe namba moja, amini utafuraha. Mimi nataka leo kupe love, mimi nataka leo pia wewe unipe love mama. Mimi nataka leo kupe love, mimi nataka leo pia wewe unipe love mama. Mimi nataka leo kupe love, mimi nataka leo pia wewe unipe love mama. Mimi nataka leo kupe love, mimi nataka leo pia wewe unipe love mama.
No filter ukipita bado atavunja vichwa. Jaber dendili hata kama jua ya saa 6. Ka utakuwa wangu ndo ndajua niko na kismat. Na hizi ganji zangu wewe ukitaka utamaliza. Your wishes may command ka unadai niache FIFA. PS5 ni nini mimi nitaitupa ndani ya pipa. I swear wife in you ndo motive ya ballad. Bounce hapo juu yangu na usipoteze balance. Romance kwangu ni mimi na wewe tukiwa wawili, tukibadilishana DNA bila any. Uko under arrest fadela shakukaf. Tom Ford on your neck unanukia na si bluff. Declan president na deserve first lady. Drip wa sheria na sijai work navy. Na kucheki ukinicheki ninajichonyanya lazy. Sexiness girl what is in me and acting crazy. Lingerie kwa dim lights asho bani missy mind. Sweet wine na cloud 9 imagine zike go inside when it's Sagittarius. Mini cancer mami alphabetically uneza set it in ndani ya bill kinisi ujue why we were destined to be. Girl I love the way you put it on me. After foreplay kabla mini proceed. Si ati na chocho utateko utatii.
Nataka tuchome kimoja nikupe ghetto la mama. Kwangu uwe namba moja, amini utafuraha. Nataka tuchome kimoja nikupe ghetto la mama. Kwangu uwe namba moja, amini utafuraha. Mimi nataka leo kupe love, mimi nataka leo pia wewe unipe love mama. Mimi nataka leo kupe love, mimi nataka leo pia wewe unipe love mama. Mimi nataka leo kupe love, mimi nataka leo pia wewe unipe love mama. Mimi nataka leo kupe love, mimi nataka leo pia wewe unipe love mama.
Hi Radio, your perfect choice.
On this fine 3rd of July, who are you loving? Nipa Love Masa Uti featuring Breeder LW, of course. This is off his brand new album called Breeder Mentality. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know I've talked about this album. This album is a work of art, bro. I love it. I love how far Breeder has grown. I love how he has decided to present himself in this particular album. And of course, you can check it out. It is available across all digital music platforms. So check it out. And also let me know what you think about it, because I'm curious to hear what you think. I'm one of those people that, yes, sometimes the whole album can be great, but other times maybe I like one or two songs, right? But in this particular one, the whole album just does it for me. I really love how he has executed it, and I love how he has grown, because I've been listening to Breeder from way back, I think when he started, when he was doing music still, but then I sort of fully picked him up when he was in Kali Cartel 3, if I'm not wrong, or Kali Cartel 2, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, so after Kali Cartel, I was like, okay, who is this guy? And I've been following him religiously, listening to his music, and I can tell how much he has grown. And I cannot wait to see, what Breeder has set up for us, in this coming future, and I hope to also have a conversation with him on Chit Chat with Kendy. I know this week I've been a bit off, but it's because I've been trying to get you artists that, some of you have been coming to slide in my DM to tell me what artists you want me to talk to. So I have to, reach out to them and we can plan something. And so that's why this week has been a bit tough. But let's get back to what has been happening in the entertainment industry. Now, Harmonize's new song, Sadakalawe, has been deleted from YouTube. Why, you ask? Why? I was doing my research and I found that the song was deleted from the streaming platform over copyright strike filed by Empire. Now, the copyright strike states that Konde Boy's song used unauthorized content from Empire. Now, the song disappeared on YouTube, and at the time, it was trending on number 25 with over 650,000 views. So, a section of their fans, of his fans, Konde Boy's fans, and critics argued that the star has just hidden the song from YouTube with a mission to draw attention around it. Again, clout chasing. But this is not the first time. Harmonize's song has been pulled down from YouTube. In November 2019, the song Uno was also pulled down from YouTube after Kenyan producer M.A.G.A, some of you know about him, filed a copyright strike. And at that particular time, Enga argued that Konde Boy had sampled his work without permission. So he said, Week Imeisha, the song Uno is no longer available on YouTube. Do not sample Magic's Anger. I repeat, don't. Like I said, I'm not going to allow this to happen, not in the 254. At that particular time, the search for the Uno video would have given you a message that reads video unavailable. This video is no longer available due to the copyright claim by Magic's Anger. And M.A.G.A is also facing this. You know, his song Tabia Zawa Kenya was taken down because there's this artist that claims that he stole the song. But I saw a video today that M.A.G.A said that they're in courts now battling out, the copyright claim, because M.A.G.A is certain that he did not sample the song from anyone, and that's his song. He did not steal from anyone. So he's taking him to court. And M.A.G.A said something very powerful. He was like, this is not the first time this has happened to me. The song also Siski was removed from YouTube because of copyright claims, but he did not act upon it because M.A.G.A is the kind of guy to just like be quiet about it. But this time he was like, nah, you guys cannot keep bringing me down. I work so hard to do the music and then you bring me down. That's not happening. So he has taken the artist who claims that the song was stolen from him to court. And we are hoping to see what that does. And of course, I can see that, many artists are suffering with this. I don't know, because after the pandemic or during the pandemic when all these things were happening, copyright expectations or copyright laws became a bit more stricter because everyone migrated to the digital space. So they had to make sure that they controlled what was happening in the digital space. And now we can see a lot of these artists, their songs are being pulled down. Now, why is that the case? Because I feel like this is becoming often, like it's becoming a recurring thing, that is happening. If it's not in Kenya, then it's in Tanzania. If it's not in Tanzania, then it's somewhere else. What's going on? Are artists stealing and we couldn't tell then because the laws were not that strong? Or are people just out to get clout? Because M.A.G.A had said something like, this upcoming artist, they say some things and they just use it so that they can start their career, all this clout chasing shit that's happening. But we don't know. So I wish M.A.G.A all the best. And of course, I hope Harmonize's song does come back to YouTube. And moving along, Nyashinsky has appealed to the Kenyan government as the Made in Kenya concert gets postponed again. And let me tell you something about this concert, guys. I was sitting down, now it's raining in Amsterdam, but I was sitting down last week and I was looking at concerts that are happening in the 254. Because sometimes, especially during this time, I normally feel a bit FOMO, not being able to go for the events. And I saw this Made in Kenya concert and it has a mad lineup of Kenyan artists, right? And I was like, it's sad that I'm not going to be able to make it for this one. And then it was postponed because of new laws that were imposed in Kenya because of Corona, and it was postponed to August. And I was like, is this actually going to be the thing that's going to take me to Kenya? Who knows? But yeah, Otile, M.A.G.A, Femi One were among those scheduled to perform today. Actually, it was on Saturday. And the award-winning Kenyan R&B hip-hop artist Nyamari Ongegu, sorry. I'm just trying to pronounce Nyashinsky's last name right, aka Nyashinsky, penned down a public appeal to the government after the much anticipated concert made in Kenya got postponed once again. Now, in a statement released via his social media pages, Nyashinsky said that the last time he performed was 1 year ago and was waiting to link up with his fans over the weekend before the event was cancelled. Now, the rapper asked the government to put in place measures that would enable creatives to earn a living and still adhere to the COVID-19 protocols. Of course, he added that leaders should put in place strategies that will support events, entertainment, and struggling sectors. Peace and love, while encouraging us to stay safe. This is what he said, and I quote, while encouraging us to stay safe during this time, it is important for the government to step up and support the events industry. Now, I haven't performed for more than a year now, and I was really looking forward to seeing you all this Saturday. It is unfortunate that the Made in Kenya concert has been postponed yet again due to the permits from the government. Now, our leaders should lay a strategy to support the events, entertainment, and all the sectors struggling at this time. Peace and love, wrote Nyashinsky. So Nyashinsky was among the celebrities who had been lined up to perform at the Made in Kenya concert that had been scheduled to go down at Two Rivers today. Others that were on the list were entertainers like Otile Brown, Major, Trio Mio, Kahush, Jalango, DJ Alvin, Movers, DJ Bash, and Femi One, among others. On the other hand, the Made in Kenya organizers Asnia's Entertainment explained that the concert had been postponed to August 28th in support of the government's efforts to combat the spread of COVID-19. So this is what they said. We are determined to pioneer the appropriate model of post-COVID-19 concert, which includes only tested at least 72 hours before and or vaccinated attendees being allowed to access our events, which have been adopted globally. Of course, that is what is happening here in the Netherlands because clubs are open again, but you do require to have a negative PCR test or a full vaccination in order to be allowed in the clubs. Now, we sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused. However, note that we are determined to keep attendees safe and the best experience and have the best experience in this pandemic period. Now, all that bought tickets and complimentary tickets will be valid for usage come 28th August. And for those who may want a refund, please reach out to M-Tickets, our ticketing partners, and it will be facilitated as soon as possible. However, we urge you to stay put and wait for an experience since we've not had since COVID hit the industry. And of course, I really I understand this. Like, I personally was sitting down when clubs were open last weekend. I was battling whether I should go out or not, because yes, indeed, I have missed seeing live performances. I've also seen that Black Coffee will be coming to the Netherlands in November, and I'm super excited for that. In fact, I might have already bought my ticket, and it's it's in November. Yeah, but that's how much I have missed live performances. And I don't know about you, but I think we have stayed a long time. Like here in the Netherlands, for example, the clubs were closed for more than 18 months, and that's a long time for people to go back. And the clubs were sold out last weekend, fully sold out. Everyone could not wait to be out, and I understand, of course, because come on, it's always a good time outside. Yes, so I was going to talk about the drama between Amber Ray and her co-wife Amira. Over husband Jamal. Now, ladies, I don't know, the men, you can wait a little bit, okay? I just want to have a chat with the ladies. I want to ask the ladies, would you fight over a man? That's a question. I don't even have more than that. I'm just like, would you fight over a man? Because personally, I wouldn't. Because you fight and then they just go and embarrass you again, and it's just like, why? Why? So this week a lot of drama has been happening. Of course, these two have been trending for quite a long time, Amira and Amber Ray. So Amira is the first wife to Jamal Roho Safi, who is a Kenyan entrepreneur and businessman, and he is also married to Amber Ray, who is the second wife to Jamal. And polygamy is not something that has been accepted in Africa. Yes, okay, in Kenya specifically, yes. In theory, people talk about it. They're like, oh, it would be fun to have two wives, three wives, four wives, and polygamy is legal in Kenya, so it's something that's allowed to happen. But on Tuesday night, drama was witnessed in Syokimau after socialite Faith Macau, aka Amber Ray, and her co-wife Amira confronted each other over husband Jamal. So in an Insta live, the two could be seen hurling insults at each other. And let me tell you something, these two ladies insulted each other. They insulted each other to a point where I was like, that is just embarrassing. Like, that is not acceptable. Like, how do you feel about yourself? Mind you, also, Amber's kid was in the house listening to, the mom slut shame Amira, call her malaya and all these bad things. And it was just, I was just disgusted, and I was upset, and I was shocked. I didn't know how to react. So they two could be seen hurling insults at each other, with Amira accusing Amber of ruining her marriage. Now, in the video, Amira could be seen outside in company of her friends and family, throwing insults also at Amber Ray, while blaming her husband for marrying the socialite. On the other hand, Amber Ray was not so innocent. Amber maintained a straight face, stating that she will not be intimidated by Amira simply because Amira is Jamal's first wife. She went on to say that Amira should humble herself and agree to share because she is not the one who seduced Jamal. Now, the confrontations attracted curious onlookers and neighbors who stepped out to witness the drama as it unfolded. Others tried to calm the two down, but their calls fell on deaf ears. Amira and her people wanted Amare out of the estate, which they stay in Syokimau, basing the fact that they are neighbors. Earlier on, Ray alleged that her life was in danger and was even planning on moving out of her Syokimau house. She said, she can't wait to move into her new home. #Miss Independent. Thank you, God, for the journey. Woi, my current house, nawachia my mom. I know it actually hurts me to move, but peace of mind always comes first. Now, she came out also, Amber, later in the week to talk about her side of the story. So she put up a video which can be found online narrating her side of the story following the drama with her co-wife Amira. So in a 15-minute video, Amber argued that she is only the second wife, and she has not killed anyone to receive the hatred that has been directed her way. Now, she went on to state that Amira is the one who provoked her by calling her a prostitute and accusing Jamal's first wife of trying to use juju on her after a dead bird was found at the gate. Now, Amber explained, this is what she said. Even if I'm the second wife, I have not killed anyone, and I have been getting so much hatred and negative energy from social media, and all because of this. I've reached a point where I had to stand up for myself. You can't keep insulting me using my past to make me look bad. Katiba imekubali. Even if I'm the second wife, I have not killed anyone. You try so much kunivuruga. Hata hiyo siku angekuja tu a knock at my place, and I'm not a mad person ati ningemvuruga. I don't mind listening to her story, and I don't, and don't crucify me because I am a second wife. As a society, I know it's hard to accept second wives, but this is what is happening in this day. As much as unakata kushare, we are sharing. And Ben Sol did a video about Nairobi being one big bedroom. Nairobi, kama unanipea, mimi nakupea. And that's it. She was like, hata kama unakata kushare, we are sharing. Because that's what's happening today. So The socialite also accused Amira of being a pretender who is always looking for sympathy on social media by pretending she's the innocent one. And Ambare says that that is why she went live. So, respect. She said, this is what she said, eh? I'm not on your case. You are on my case. Yes, I am the second wife. You were there before me, but that doesn't give you any right to feel like you can walk over me. And by you coming to my house, I have every right to defend myself. You came insulting me, saying, Uyo mwanamke ni malaya vile anavaa. Don't try come into my life and dictate how I should live my life. Let everyone live their lives. Kila mtu angalie kwake. And if it's respect, you have to respect yourself first for me to respect you. I am a human being and I belong to the streets. I will fight back. I'm not here to be stepped on. It was Jamal's choice to make me his second wife, and I did not kill anybody, Ambare said. And she went on to advise fellow second wives to leave their truth and never allow intimidation. So yeah, that's what has happened, and I don't know whose side you're on, but for me, I just don't condone fighting over men. I mean, if he decided that that is the second wife, sawa basi, wacha tuache hivyo, everyone lives their life. As she said, everyone minds their own home, no? And I think that's fair. Now, of course, my time is coming to an end, but I'm going to tell you that Omosh has finally apologized to Kenyans, promising to never beg again because of the memes that have been out. It was on Monday where I saw someone saying that if you're still sleeping past 10 a.m., then you're doing something very wrong because Omosh is depending on you. Now, there's a video of Omosh, a drunk video of Omosh that came out, and people are rallying to take him to rehab, because I think this is what always happens, or happens sometimes. Someone is struggling and then people come together, they give money, but the money is misused. It is not accounted for, and it ends up doing more harm than good. Yes, Omosh does have his new house, but you know, he's feeling very entitled when he came out to say, you know, yes, you helped him, but problems don't finish. So, you know, if you helped him then, you should help him now because all the money is finished. Yeah, so he's come out to apologize and said that he was never begging again. He said in an interview, he never expected that his sentiments would anger Kenyans. This is what he said. Mimi mwenyewe nilikuja kujiuliza shweli, what did I do? Ushawahi fanya kitu mpaka wewe mwenyewe unajichukia. Unafanya kitu alafu you start wishing that you never did it. Reason being, umeudhi watu. Mimi sikuwa najua Wakenya wataudhika hivyo. Nilikuwa najua watachukulia hiyo ni yule Omosh joker, kitu kama hiyo. But one thing, kwa nini walichukulia very serious is because they indeed gave me their money. They fought for my upcoming again. Kenyans, please, I know you are forgiving and I am just your brother. Please forgive me. Please, naomba tu, I'm so sorry. You will never hear of that again. You will never hear that from me again. And when you hear from me, it will be entertainment. And that's what he said. Asked on whether he is willing to go back to rehab, Omosh says that he has been there twice and it is a personal decision that he has to make. This is what he said. I have been to rehab twice. Rehab can only be a personal decision. I have to involve my family as well. Nobody can be forced to go to rehab. I do not see the point of going back to rehab, but I think visiting a counselor once in a while would be the best option for me. He also addressed his viral drunk video, stating that it's something that happened some time back. He admitted that he had come from a party, but defended that it was an old video and Kenyans were judging him unfairly. So he says that some of those videos are old and are just being used to escalate the issue. It is good for people to ask randomly from my neighbors. For example, that video, I was coming from a bash and random people recorded me. That's what he said about the video. I would like people to come to the ground and maybe even speak to my neighbors or even my family around. He also claims that he was back to his, but that people saying that he was back to his old habits was misleading. But yeah, so the last thing I want to say to you as well is that Nico Odhiambo, I remember last week I told you Nico Odhiambo was getting a child. Unfortunately, he lost his newborn baby after 3 days. So the radio presenter Nico Odhiambo is in mourning following the untimely death of his son, who was born on June 25th, 2021. Now, in a tweet, Sado Odhiambo said that he's still celebrating his newborn son, only to turn out that he passed away 3 days after being born. So he said, "What a short-lived life. Born June 25th and died 28th June 2021. Been celebrating you and giving mom space to heal. Then I'm told you were buried yesterday and I just seen your new home. RIP, son. I have cried my eyes out asking why." So on 25th, 2021, the former Radio Maisha was overjoyed to be a father again. Little did he know that he would be grieving in 3 days' time. Now, in 2019, Nick Odhiambo had unfortunately also lost his unborn baby. So this is a pretty difficult time for him. And I wish him healing, him and his family. Now, that's about it. My time has come to an end. Of course, I've had a lovely time being with you, and I would like you to stay tuned because the High Street Entertainment comes up next. And this is where they talk about the entertainment industry in West Africa. So please stay tuned to that. They have very interesting comments. I've had a fantastic time. Of course, remember to follow us on all our social media platforms. We are HiRadioNl across all of them. And I personally am Sylvia Kendy across all of them. I will see you guys next weekend. Do have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. Remember, COVID is still with us, even though everything is being opened up and restrictions are being eased. Please stay safe because COVID is still among us. And be blessed and have a fantastic week. Have a blessed and productive week. Grind, grind, grind. Tupatane Saturday on the East African Spotlight Show. Mwah.
Hey. Bazenga. Cobra. Mini buzzword credentials ili change na tuko same minimum special mini gem traffic na range na pull up na mbogi strange look pia ni mbaya tuko dripping for days na kawe ni boss of course marashi ni Hugo boss.